Hey guys, it's me, Sam the Baker, and welcome back to my Let's Play of King's Quest VI. Alexander just got a magic map from the pawn shop owner, and now we're ready to use it. So, let's make our way toward the beach. Before we get to the beach, there's a couple things we need to do first. And one of them is down here. Now, what's different at this scene now, besides the music? If you guessed this nightingale in the tree, you're right.
A nightingale perches on a high branch of the tree. She sings the most beautiful song Alexander has ever heard.
Let's talk to it.
Hello, Nightingale. What a lovely tune you sing.
The nightingale only looks at Alexander suspiciously and continues to sing.
Maybe there's a way we can convince it to trust us. And we've got the solution to that. We can play this mechanical nightingale we got from the pawn shop.
Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale and places it on the ground. The mechanical nightingale sings a sweet, tinny tune. The real nightingale in the tree cocks her head and listens intently. The nightingale flies to a lower branch and looks at Alexander curiously, as if she were deciding that this human might not be so bad.
Now the nightingale is closer to us. This happens to be Sing Sing, Casima's nightingale that Jalo spoke of. Well, now that we've gotten Sing Sing's trust, she'll definitely help us out later. But now that we gotta go back to the village because there's something up here we need. There's the pawn shop owner, and he dumped some stuff into this pot, so let's sort through it all.
Alexander sorts through the odds and ends that the pawn shop owner dumped into the pot. Magic exploding gum wrappers, a shattered crystal ball, a cracked wand, a fake thumb. Near the bottom, Alexander finds a little glass bottle labeled ink. It appears to be empty, but Alexander decides to take it anyway. You never know when a small bottle will come in handy.
No doubt. Bottles are very useful things. And here it is. But is it really empty? Let's find out.
Alexander decides to open the empty ink bottle.
It's stuck. It's... Whoa! The ink bottle isn't empty at all. It's full of invisible ink. Not very strong, but not bad.
Cool. It's actually full of invisible ink. You never know when we might need to turn invisible. Anyways, off to the beach. Time to use the magic map.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Now here we have a few different islands to choose from. We're currently on this island, the Isle of the Crown. We got the Isle of Wonder, the Isle of the Sacred Mountain, and the Isle of the Beast. Let's go to the biggest one first, the Isle of the Sacred Mountain.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Here we go. Ooh, looks like we're surrounded by cliffs. Let's look around.
Alexander is standing on the small sandy cove of a rocky island. Around him, sheer granite cliffs block any further movement north, east, or west. To the south, he is blocked by the sea.
We've also got a couple items lying here on the beach.
There's an ugly flower growing near the base of the cliff. Alexander notices an unusually large coal-black feather lying on the beach.
Let's take him.
Alexander picks the flower and is startled by its hideously strong skunk-like odor. For a moment he can smell nothing else.
Wow, must be really strong.
Alexander takes the feather.
Cool. We'll come back to the Isle of the Sacred Mountain eventually. But for now, let's go to another island.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
This time, let's check out the Isle of the Beast.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Cool, now we're on a forested island. Let's look around.
Alexander is standing at the edge of the sea on a heavily forested island. As far as the eyes can see, tall trees spread out their branches as though straining to link arms, their tops forming a canopy above. A path leads north through the forest.
There's also a deer right here.
A little fawn is feeding on a grassy hillock near the sea.
Can we pet it?
Alexander resists the temptation to pet the fawn, thinking he might frighten it.
Good idea. Anyways, let's take this path. Ooh, what have we got here?
A pond lies across the path. The water boils as if over some magical flame.
And there's also a hunter's lamp here on the tree.
An old abandoned hunter's lamp is hanging on one of the trees. Alexander wonders who might have hunted in these dense woods.
I wonder if this pond is safe. Let me save just in case it isn't.
Alexander decides to brave the boiling pond. And soon realizes a deep sympathy for soup vegetables as he learns the true meaning of being in a stew.
Tickets. Oh. Next.
It looks like Alexander's in a bit of a stew.
Well, that was a bad idea. We won't be doing that again. If we want to get that hunter's lamp, though, we'll need to cross this pond somehow. And we will eventually. This is the reason why we can't get very far onto the island, like the ferryman said.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
To the Isle of Wonder.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
What a neat island.
Alexander is standing on a rocky beach. To the north is dense tropical vegetation. Near the shore are a dozen or so oyster beds.
There's also something floating here in the water, and we need it to float closer to us before we can get it. Well, we'll start exploring the Isle of Wonder next time. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all again soon. Bye!